Hey everyone, I'm back with some more Morrowind, and through the many times I've played this game, I've discovered a few very fun ways to make a lot of money. Get the fuck out of my way. Anyway, this is just going to be a list of 5 ways I've found that you can get a lot of gold easily in this game, all at level 1. Because despite how difficult Morrowind may be if you don't know what you're doing, it is also incredibly easy to destroy the economy of Vardenfell. Now do know that I am starting this character off with the Mark spell, the Recall spell, and the Boots of Blinding Speed just for convenience. So I'm going to order these methods off from the least money you can get to the most. Now this list is going to get pretty wild because at the end we'll be making at minimum over 100,000 gold. Alright, for this first method it's the most straightforward, but you are going to need at least a 50 points open spell or scroll. We'll be going across the map for 2 rings, the Dinstagma's ring and the Ring of Finaster. Both we can get to quite easily by fast travel. For our first ring we want to head to Nisus, and we just want to head southwest. So we just cross this river here. We're going to follow the road here. And then at the end of these fences on the left side we're going to drop down and we'll find the Falas ancestral tomb. Once you're in, head to the first unlocked door on the left side. There are a few locked chests here if you want it, but we mainly just want this burial urn. You might get paralyzed if you try to open it while it's trapped, but it should be fine. And boom, that's an easy 12k in the bank, or a nice ring. For our next ring, we want to head all the way to Dagon Fell by boat. This one is also pretty close. From the boat you want to head left, past this Duema ruin right here. And on the left here you'll find the Senem ancestral tomb. Make sure you have your open spell because this is the door that's locked and trapped. So just follow where I go in this tomb. If you pass some red light, you'll know you're at the right place. Also, if you're level 1 like me, you might want to run past the enemies in this tomb. This gives us our second ring, the Ring of Finaster, worth 18,000. Now at level 1, these rings can actually be quite useful for their constant enchantments. We can also just sell them for 30,000. Alright, for this next method we're going to head off to Balmora first, and we're going to head to the Eastern Guard Tower. Basically just going to be stealing 2 copies of the Sword of White Woe that can be found in both Balmora and Suran. The one in Suran will require a little cheese, and by that I mean we'll need to get a lock spell for that, but I'll explain when we get to that. So as usual we head up to where the sword is on top of this wardrobe right here. So if you don't know how this works, you can block the guard's view here by standing behind that pillar. Even though it might not look like it, you are hidden, and you just keep on jumping until you can take it. And once you've got it, we'll want to head over to Caldera and we'll need to get the lock spell. So if you travel there by the Mages Guild, just head downstairs and there should be an NPC who sells a simple lock spell. Note that we need the spell that locks doors, not opens it, and you'll see why very soon. Now all we do here is we fast travel to Suran from Balmora. The guard tower is to the immediate right of the Silt Strider. Unlike the one in Balmora, we won't easily be able to hide from the guard and just take it. But with our new lock spell in hand and a little baiting, we'll be able to get that sword. So just head down to the bottom floor where these 2 doors are, and we'll use the one on the right with the big table at the back. Make sure that door is open and then make your way back up to the guard. We're going to want to aggro him and lure him down into that room. Once you're down in the room, get on the back of this table and just wait for him to come in. And when he does, you quickly want to run to the exit, close the door and lock it. If done right, the guard should be locked behind the door, just running into it, and you're free to go and collect your reward.
You will be disgraced for this.
The bounty you get for assaulting a guard is quite low, so don't worry, you're not going to get attacked. If you want the full value of these swords, don't forget to go and get them repaired before you sell them. Of course, for a little bonus 6k, we can pick up the free Orcish armor on the top floor of the Gorak Manor, and then we can go sell them the Creeper. Overall, this method should net you around 40,000 gold.
Yeah!
Alright, so this method some of you might actually know, as this is how you get a free Daedric weapon at level 1. And no, this is not one of those cheap knockoffs reverse sells. And to make things better, this one's very simple, there's no fighting involved. So first you just want to follow the Odai River out of Balmora. Then you'll pass the egg mine for that one Fighters Guild quest on our right here, and you just want to cross the bridge. And then when you reach this island, you kind of want to go off the road where it intersects over here. You should see a large rock formation with a crevice in the middle, and that's where the entrance to the mine is, so you just want to go there. It's kind of like in the middle of where the road intersects. And all you really need to do is just enter and then exit. But if you want, you can go get the ebony in there, but there's Daedra guarding it, and shit, I'm level 1, bro. Anyway, once you're ready, just leave and then head back. We'll take the Silt Strider from Balmora to Vivek. By the way, this is not how vanilla Morrowind looks like. I'm running a really great shader pack and I'm using upscaled textures, so I'll link what I use if you want a really fucking sexy Morrowind. But anyway, to get the best reward for discovering that long lost mine that is just like a few steps away from the main road, we'll need to find the Hlaalu councillor Drambero, who is not in the Hlaalu canton but rather the St. Olms. You'll need to head to the plaza at the top of the St. Olms canton, and we'll find our man hiding in some sort of haunted house. So just head down and we'll find this basement dweller, probably gooning to Azura feet or something, I don't know. But he's chill. Once you're here, you just want to talk to him out the mine, and he'll give you an option of a weapon as your reward. Now they're all Daedric, but they do have differing values. If you want the most gold and you don't really care about the weapon, then you should go for the bow, axe, or long blade, as they'll all be worth 50k each. Or you could just go for whatever weapon you're running for your build. It's either way. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this method. It is really simple, but you get a really good reward.
Ask or get going.
Alright, so this is my favorite method on this list. I find it very fun to do. But first we're going to head over to Caldera and set our mark point by Creeper. The reason we do this is so that we can get everything back in one trip. And make sure to buy some open spells if you don't have any. And now once we've done that, we're going to head back to Vivek again, and we're going to head to the Redoran canton. Now of course, for each of the 3 great house vaults in Vivek, they're going to be highly guarded and locked. So there's no way we'll be able to get into them at level 1. However, there is a way to access the House Redoran vaults. There is a key in Dralo Manor that if we take it, we'll be able to unlock the door to the vault. So once you're at the top level of the Redoran canton, you just want to enter the big house. The key is located conveniently in a drawer right next to the door, so we'll use this to our advantage by closing the door so the NPC doesn't see us.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
And once you've got the key, you just need to enter the treasury not far away and head down. The key only opens the door on the lower level of the vault, but still a shit ton of loot.
Moving, come on. I haven't got all day to stand up.
Now remember, when you do unlock it, sometimes there'll be guards in there, so you need to keep waiting until you're the only one in here. Now I got lucky here, but sometimes it takes a few tries. If you've got some open spells on hand, feel free to use them. Otherwise, there's a massive stash of glass and ebony items in here. Don't forget to check the crates as well, there's some nice glass items in there. And the small chests on the desk can also be opened. Now there's a trick I use here. If you're overloaded, just drop everything in one place, pick everything up, and then when you're ready you just recall back to Creeper and you'll be right there to sell everything. So there's no need to come back, unless you want to. And if you want full price for everything, just go and repair it all. And once you're done, you should have around 140,000 gold, give or take. And robbing this vault shouldn't give you any less disposition with House Redoran. So for our last method on this list, we're gonna go for Ghostgate. And an easy way to get there is to start off from Caldera and just follow the path I take. For reference, just head behind Gorak Manor and you should see a Nord woman here. Now, I don't know if you've seen it, but everyone's wearing glass or Daedric or ebony in Ghostgate, and we're only level 1, which makes it even better that we're gonna rob that place and we're gonna make straight bank. Once you're here, you want to head into the left building, and you want to head down to the lower level. Now there's a case to be made that you could make a lot more than what I made if you have siege armor. And you know what? It's so game breaking, I made a whole video about it. But all you really want to do here is head into the blacksmith room, piss him off, and then like before, we're gonna lock him out so we can take everything in there. Now this room alone is going to make you a lot of money, and was the best way I found to make money at level 1 here. And don't forget to check the crates too, because there's just glass items everywhere. And by the end of it, you should have successfully broken Morrowind's economy. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching me exploit Morrowind again. See ya.